going on, homies? Today is a pretty special stream. Everyone knows it. Everyone's watching it. So I thought, you know what? Let's join into the bandwagon here. We are going to be watching this crazy KvK against 2377, 1365. It all comes down to this zone, and this zone is what everyone has been waiting for. Because unlike our KvK in 1960, 2049, 1365, 2377 never really got to go head-to-head. That all changes in this Nottingham, aka Kingsland. But yeah, this stream is going to be pretty fun. We even have a market here for popcorn in 60 GT, so people are watching it in game. This is going to be a laggy ass stream, because I know whenever people are watching it in game, there's always going to be some latency, so we'll try our best to survive here. What's up, Bucks? But yeah, we're going to be watching GV77 go head to head against JST 1365 INT. They're I think a 1.5 Alliance Kingdom, maybe a 2 Alliance Kingdom, but it should be some good fun because it's been a tough KvK thus far for 1365. 1365 in these past sevens have either been getting double rallied when they held the pass, or have been getting destroyed by counter rallies when they're rallying the pass. So this time, going head to head against 1365, hopefully their allies in 1718 can hold off against, you know, Chiskel and friends in 2293, and I think it's 2934 if I believe correctly is the other camp in here, other kingdom rather. Yeah, 2934 in Chiskel's camp. Those two camps have been doing work against JST in the past sevens, so we'll have to see if 1718 and 3310 could hold their own in that situation. But I guess we'll go ahead and start watching as JST, because I'm really curious. This KvK is kind of make or break for both these kingdoms. I mean, JST having a lot to prove. People have been doubting if they still have the capacity, still have their old prime to fight kingdoms in the top of, you know, the top of the Rise of Kingdoms rankings. They've been fighting decent kingdoms. They fought 1606 like 2 KvKs ago, but none of the top KDs in the past 2 KvKs, past 3 KvKs even. So it'll be really interesting because 2377 is one of those big KDs now. They've been on the come up this whole year, making their way up, and now they're definitively one of the top 4, maybe one of the top 3 kingdoms in the game. So what's up, P Gamer? Appreciate everyone for that's coming onto the stream. I was like, should I stream? There's like literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like a million people streaming it. But I'm like, you know what? It'll be my different perspective, my different take. So I appreciate all of y'all that chose me as your caster of choice today. But you can see that there is going to be 1 minute, and they have already started buffing their marches. They're pre-buffing the rage here. I think it's a Joan of Arc that gives extra rage, so that as soon as they hit the pass, it'll insta proc. What is the story of this KvK? The story of this KvK is 1365 has been fighting the 2293 and 2934. Meanwhile, 2377 have been fighting 1718 and 3310. So they've been fighting each other's allies. The 2 big Imperium KDs been fighting each other's allies, but have never gotten head-to-head 1v1 against each other in a zone. So now in this Kingsland, or this Nottingham, it'll be their first opportunity to prove themselves, and what an opportunity it is, because this Kingsland means the world. Whoever wins this Kingsland obviously wins the KvK. You can see that GV77 have started swarming down this pass, and it is melting. To be expected with how strong Crystal Tech is. Everyone swarming this pass is already max Crystal Tech. I would assume they pick their Swarmers based off of their armaments and their gear. So this pass is going to go down just like that. But I would assume that this would be mirrored in the JST side. I just want to make sure that we watch this 2377 pass go down before we do anything. Although, looks like they had to, you know, go back a little bit. They had to refresh their marches. They're continuing to refresh. Do they have enough? They were able to take the pass. JST, how are you guys doing? They still have not. Oh, they also took the pass around the same time. So the interesting thing here is that there's going to be an instant flag drop from both these teams here. And if these flags build, it's going to be a touch point 1 flag away. So this corner is actually going to mean a ton. And we'll see who is going to be able to secure the open field around this corner. This corner means for JST that they'll be able to flag off from this side and, you know, be a couple flags closer. More importantly for them though, I feel like this corner actually is more advantageous for 2377 because 2377, they're literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flags away, maybe even 4 flags away from JST's pass. You can see all the random teleports now starting to come through into this I'm not even gonna call it Nottingham, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call it Kingsland. And 2377 beelining straight towards the murder ball of JST. JST, I would kind of expect them. Yeah, they are gonna go down towards the objective, which I actually think favors JST. For now, because I mean they might try to wrap around JST and then, you know, hit the murder ball wrapped around so that they could try to hit the reinforcements, as you know, this murder ball is kind of trickling through. So that might be the play from 2377. 2377 might be going here, and then they'll cut straight through, cut to the reinforcements, and then whittle down the murder ball slowly but surely. But my goodness, each side needs to get builders in here ASAP. JST looks like they're the first ones to do so. But this flag should be pretty safe there. It isn't an instant touch point. So this flag should build from 2377. They will have a corner spot, but I do not know if this flag will build. They do have a builder in there. There's 74 minutes in here. There's 30 minutes on this. Oh, they need to get the builders in there ASAP. They have the open field. There's no reason for them to not build that flag super fast. And 2377 looks like they're gonna go straight towards the pass. Interesting. They're gonna go straight towards the pass and try to cut off the reinforcements, try to make this a battle of attrition, get those positive trades, kind of demoralize the players in the back of JST. But there you go. Now they have the builders in there. It's 3 minutes until that flag builds. We have, yeah, they're giving up on this flag, trying to make sure that the other flag builds, which is smart. This flag should be able to build pretty safely here. Trying to snipe out the builder. And this has been a pretty calculated Kingsland thus far. The first 5 minutes is everyone's playing chess, not checkers, where they're trying to go for these objectives. They're trying to go for these trades. 2377, they know that they could build this corner flag pretty safely, so they're gonna just try to deny the new marches Kingsland entry. And all these marches in JST are kind of now in this awkward area where you can't refresh right away. You can't refresh safely because there is just a 2377 murder ball behind your back waiting to pounce. What my predictions for this KvK, just check chat, sorry I was locked in, is that I would assume that the past sevens would continue. The past 7 dominance of 2377, 2293, 2934 would continue, and that side should be able to win this Kingsland in 3 to 4 days. But I don't know, I predicted against JST before in KvKs, and then they just turn it on during Kingsland. I mean, we saw for the last day and a half they've been saving for this zone, And now both sides here are denying flag builds. You can see that they're starting to deny flag builds here. I think JST, I mean, it is going to be really, really rough for them to even put down the flag at this point. They might go towards GV77's favor, because GV77 already have 1, 2, 3 flags built in Kingsland. They have multiple different directions that they could decide to build into. They could decide to build this way, decide to build this way. So it's going to be hard for JST to carpet it with their marches. I mean, JST is kind of focused on building off from this side and going straight through. This flag will be able to build in 4 minutes. This flag should be swarmed down by these JST members or INT members here. GV77 seeing this, seeing that JST have left this corner, now taking space around the corner itself. And this is a pretty messy Kingsland, but all the decisions from both teams definitely make sense. They're coherent decisions here that makes this really interesting. But again, both teams thinking strategically here, thinking how to deny their opponents. JST able to build this flag. Will they be able to build it before this flag builds, though? 3 minutes. They have 5 minutes on this one. It looks like this flag from 2377 should be safe, so they will have a safe wall jump that JST have to burn through. Oh, it's getting close. Maybe if they get 1 marches in there, they could do something about it, but it is a 1 minute differential between these two flags. I think it'll probably be too little too late. Some JST marches now starting to walk back. Seems like a little bit of a mixed call from JST here, where they wanted to deny the pass and they wanted to deny the flags, but I mean, players smell blood and they go towards that blood. They see that there are a lot of 2377 marches. Actually, all of the 2377 marches are now, most of them rather, are moving towards this corner, and that is going to be the big fight of the first big fight rather of this Kingsland between these two sides. Is 2377 1365 in the battle of the corners. Let's see what advantages do JST have. They have technically, I guess they don't even have the territory advantage because their territory hasn't been built yet. This flag, unfortunately, no one can teleport there. There are so many nodes all over the place that it is unteleportable. Never seen murder balls completely ignore each other. I respect it, in all honesty. They just went straight for each other's flag lines. They both had a goal, and they both achieved their goals. So, in all honesty, I feel like this is a pretty even start. If I had to choose a winner thus far, like who's winning in terms of amount of flags, it would most probably be 2377, just because 1365, I mean 1365 did gain control of this corner. So they kind of gave like 2 to 3 flags worth of tempo out of their pass to gain priority on this corner. So honestly, it's pretty even. I would say it's pretty even. But what really matters is, will 1365 rather. Did I say 2335? I don't know what kingdom that is, but well, 1365 rather. Will they be able to leverage this corner tempo to threaten a cut sooner or later? Or will their loss of tempo, will that bite them in the ass? Because this area in the middle is supposed to be contested, but you could see that GV77 will have pretty much uncontested teleport space in that center area. And that's what this all comes down to. That's why these flags early on are so important. It's like a land grab. It's like the early game of Civ 5 or Civ 6, where you want to settle as many cities as possible before your neighbors aggressive expand on you. This is get as much territory as possible. then worry about the open field, because if you get teleport space, it really, really benefits your side because you'll be able to refresh faster. You'll have less territory of your opponent to push later on. So it is all about this territory, and we saw that. This is the first time we saw it, but where two murder balls ignore each other. But that's just because they're focusing on that territory aspect of this Kingsland. But now both teams are fighting for this corner. JST able to build down these flags, and there are like maybe 4 back flags of buffer towards these passes. But my goodness, watching this Kingsland is crazy because this is such a small Kingsland if you look at how close these passes are. It feels like everything in this King of All Britain map is huge except for the Kingsland, which is like this small box. It kind of reminds me of, it's akin to whatchamacallit, to KvK 3. Now, what does a small Kingsland mean? That means Kingsland will probably be a shorter fight than usual. It also means flags and teleports are that much more important because there's less space to back flag, there's less space to teleport. We'll have to see how this works out, but I actually might like the smaller KL. But we'll see. We'll see. And if teleport space and flags are more important, I would say that GV77 is definitely in the lead here. Look how much more space they have. They're sprawling out of their pass here. They have pretty much like 2 flags above, like 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2. Even in this area, which was relatively uncontested, they only have 1 flag out of their pass. This is absolutely detrimental flagging to 1365. They barely have flags built, which is crazy. It does look like they're winning this murder ball. They're starting to push away 2377, which is, you know, a good sign. Perhaps the morale that they needed because of how pummeled they've been, how pinned down they've been this whole KvK, particularly in that zone 7, in that pass 7 rather. But my goodness, are they behind in territory, and that hopefully they could come back from that. But both, if you look at the territory up here as well, 2293 is even ahead of territory against 1718. So like this corner is pretty much where it should line up. But thus far, like there've been more flags for the JST opponents rather than JST. Yeah, I guess we could take a look at the other side. The other side's pretty similar, actually. Perhaps less marches. Or maybe I'm not looking at the main ball. There's probably a main ball somewhere, which is, I don't know. It looks like there's like 3 murder ball fights going on. There's this fight here, there's this fight here, and then there's this fight here. So, how's the flagging looking? I think, I mean, it's pretty even, but 2293 will have more aggressive flags. They look like they have more space over here. Like they have the flag down here. They're now getting flags down for the 1718 side. And this is why leadership is so important. This is why flag builders are so important, and is because these flags are just crucial. Essentially, every flag that goes down is minus an hour for your opponent towards your pass. You know what I mean? So you're building time for your side to... You're building time for your side against your opponent, if that makes sense. You get space. It's also minus 1 hour for your opponent towards getting that space. And it's also, if your opponent got it, then it would be plus 1 hour of you trying to burn it. So it's like a net positive of 2 hours every single time you put down a flag. But 1365, by the way, we've been talking about the flags and all that kind of stuff, but in terms of open field prowess here, 1365 have been pretty dominant so far against the 2377 murder ball. I will say the 2377 murder ball has been kind of split. They have been kind of all over the place. Now, I don't know if that's a leadership thing or if that's just, you know, they want to kind of spread out and block teleport space, and it looks like they are continuing to block not even teleport space, flag drop spots as well. So I think that's the case. Is 1365 has been this wrecking ball, this murder ball, going to each of these individual 2377 marches. 2377 marches are just trying to deny as many flag spots as possible, which I actually respect. I respect the players, one, for listening to their leadership's call, two, the leadership to make that call and say, hey, you know, all that matters is the territory. Once the territory is down, then we can start open field fighting. And I respect them for specifically targeting this choke point. This choke point, and you can see that they can't build flags here. They would have built the flag already, but they just cannot. They have a flag built, but they cannot find a spot, I believe, to build a flag, which is absolutely huge, because now this flag is uncontested. This flag is built. Now they could start building a flag here, cutting off this teleport space, which should have been contested by 1365 if things were to go according to plan. Now there's going to be GV77, 2377 marches, and cities rather, teleporting into the space, which is going to be absolutely huge. They're going to start building up here, trying to deny more and more teleport space. And this spot in particular is going to be absolutely huge for GV77. Now, they were able to carve out this corner. This is going to be the teleport space for now. But the thing about the corners in the mountains is that there's just so many nodes all over the place all the time. That's because nodes will try to spawn on the mountain. They can't spawn, so then they like get pushed off towards the side. That's a theory that I've been told. I don't know if that's true. But you'll notice around the mountains, there will be more nodes than usual. Like you can see this area, there's like 1, 2, 3 nodes. In the same space, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like there's so many nodes. So this is going to be contested teleport space just due to its proximity to the mountains here. And you can see now that they're murder balling up, they're trying to get a flag down. GV77 already have their flag down. And this is another touch point. That is insane. So this flag has been down longer than GV77, but the GV77 flag is actually going to build first, indicating to me that 2377 have more people dedicated to building, making sure that that flag's filled, than 1365. 1365 has been taking this open field advantage, but 2377 have been laser focused on building these flags. You can see 2 minutes to build versus 1 minute 30 seconds, kind of painting the picture of how this flag advantage has been going to GV77's side. Look at how much territory that they have here. GV77 definitely taking the advantage thus far in territory. But in terms of overall open field murder ball, it's been 1365. Now the main question is, will 1365, with their open field dominance, will that continue? Or is GV77 putting all of their resources towards denying flag spots, building flags? And that is why they've been weak in the open field. That's going to be the main question. Let me go ahead and put up a poll. Who do you think will win this KvK? 1365 and allies, or 2077 and allies? I'm curious to what people think about this opening, because this has been one of the most interesting openings I've watched for quite some time. Just because of how deliberate everything's been from both sides. 2377 saying, hey, we're just gonna deny flag spots and that's gonna be our goal. 1365 saying, hey, we're gonna, you know, wreck you out in open field. We're gonna get this corner. So it's been kind of like the two drastically different priorities here. I mean, 2377, as we've been saying, getting this flag advantage, and now you can see the teleports coming in from 2377. There's a, I mean, that's the same player just getting a better teleport spot. Baba putting down some Kahars so that they can't teleport in. That's a whale thing to do. You get, I'm pretty sure you get like gold heads, you get like materials from these Kahars. Baba's like, yeah, I don't need those. But it is going to be annoying because no one could hit these, and it's going to be 30 minutes until they despawn. So if you're a whale, you have max crystal tech, you don't care about the Kahar rewards, you could actually put down Kahars. It's similar to Lohars, except no one could rally them, no one could hit them, so except for the player that put them down. The land grab is continuing in this top side. I mean, this flag should be able, this flag will build pretty fast, so that's going to be a huge W for 1365. Now, will they continue to build flags on this side to try to deny? I guess there's not that much teleport space. This is like a lake here, which you can't see, so that denies a lot of the open area that I thought I saw. But yeah, this is a slugfest now, going back and forth. We'll probably start to see some rallies on these flags. Oh my goodness, look at the amount of Kahars. We're talking about Kahars. This is a farm account that did this? Wow, so this farm account has been doing bashing. This is a mean. This farm account has been doing bashing quests. They're gonna patch this, no? A farm account did a ton of bashing quests, never did the Kahars. Now unloading their load into 1365 territory so that they're missing like 1, 2, 3, like maybe like 5, 6 teleport spots. That's insane, actually. Yo, 60GT, if you're watching, take notes. Do Kahar quests on your farm accounts, right, and teleport them and just splurge them all over your opponent territory, because what the heck was that? Unloading their load. I might have said that purposefully, let's say. Flag burns, I think flag burns is like an hour 15. Yeah, GV77 is the line of scrimmage is now being put down. GV77 putting down this flag here. I guess 1365 could have put down that flag, but perhaps saying that a flag here would have been super hard to defend. We don't have teleport space. Even this flag here is hard to defend, not gonna lie. I don't think this flag is gonna be held, by the way. The frame skips is not the internet, it is the game. And yeah, there's probably going to be a touch point here, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it for the side. The other side is also progressing similarly. Although I'm curious to see how they have 40 seconds until this flag's built. The flags of 1718 are a bit slower than 2293s. To be fair, 2293 is when they were in 2268. They were a huge advocate of the one flag builds, where you get one troop, because the amount of individuals in the flag also matters. It's not also the amount of troops. So I kind of understand why they've been able to build pretty fast. Is that one troop flag stuff is actually pretty crazy. You could shave off quite a couple of minutes from a flag build or a fort build in particular. Oh my goodness, we see the traitor Yar. Yar spotting has been sighted. So Yar, by the way, is a friend from 2268, migrated to 2377. He's at 21.4 billion KP. That, oh my gosh. We used to be competing neck and neck for KP. Now he's at 21. I don't know if I'll be able to hit 21 for this KvK. That's like a 4.4 billion KP, and he still has a full Kingsland to go. Oh my goodness, this is a 1365 flag swarm. 1365 leveraging out their open field, saying, "Hey, wait, you're building in front of us? That's illegal." Just insta swarming this flag. I don't know the timer on this flag. I can't click it. There's just so many marches here. Oh wow, it is so close to being built. It's literally 89% built. 90%. They just have to keep it full. They have to keep it full. There you go. If they keep it full, it will build. JST still continuing to swarm this. Trying to keep that timer from going up. And look at that. It is getting swarmed down. It is going down. Flag dead. Flag dead. Does that mean much? Not really. But it is a morale booster. It is a show of force. That, hey, like, why are you guys building flags on our face? You cannot do that. We have the open field. We have the advantage in this KvK. So now the question is, how will territory develop up here? How will territory develop over here? And what are the plans for each side to rally the flags? As you can see, flags are already burning from 2377. All the touch points actually from both 2377 and 1365 are burning. This flag's burning as well. This flag's not burning. So this corner area is actually, looks like it's going to be abandoned from both sides, or rather abandoned for now as the land grab continues for both teams here going towards this pass. And this is going to be the next big fight in my opinion. You can see there's going to be some marches walking over, marches denying the build from the JST side, the INT side here. But overall, territory going to 2377, open field and swarms and rallies so far have been going. I haven't seen a rally, so just swarms going 1365's favor. And this is what I was talking about. I've seen KvKs where they look down and out, but then Kingsland, they just turn it on. They just have the switch. But it is still going to be an uphill battle because 1365, I know JST is an Asian alliance, a lot of Koreans, and that's a thing that's tough about pass openings, and that's why I think being a North American player is the best time zone to be in. Because what time is it in Asia? Like, it's gonna be nighttime soon. I'm sure they're gonna stay up. It's a Saturday. But there's going to be some element of fatigue. 1718 in particular, I believe, is also an Asian KD. It's a marathon. You believe 2377 is going to win. Their allies are better. I agree. I think this is going to be a marathon as well. Maybe a 4-day Kingsland. Oh, maybe 3 days still, because like, if you lose a flag line, look how close the 2377 is to 1365's pass. This is what I'm saying. If you have downtime, you're out of Kingsland. You're pretty much out of Kingsland. So this Kingsland being small really punishes those small lapses that you might have been available, might have been possible in other KvKs. (1718) usually has a brutal downtime. Yeah, I've heard of the 1718 downtime. 1365 is usually okay, I think. I don't know. I haven't watched them in a while, so that's the tough part about evaluating KDs, seeing which one's the best, is that every offseason there's something that changes, right? So at least in the past, 1365 has been pretty solid around the clock. So it looks like 1365 will be routed out of here. They're going to start refreshing. I mean, there's no objective for them to fight around this area. It's more so this area that is the objective. There's going to be flags that build. Let's see who builds first. This is going to be 20 seconds. This one is going to be a minute 30. So yeah, you can start to see there's a lot of blue marches coming up. I'd be surprised if they don't swarm down this flag. Oh wow, just that's a random TP. Oh, there you go. Here comes the swarmers, guys. Here comes the swarmers. This is the land grab we were talking about. Oh, are they removing their marches? They're removing their marches. They're giving up on the flag. There's no garrison. Okay, well, that's a pretty big win. That's a pretty big win there. How about this flag? How many minutes on this? They could insta build the flag, burn down this flag as well. Where are they going to build the flag though? They're going to build it up here. They're going to build it down here. Down here is going to be pretty risky because their flag could get insta swarmed as well. And now you can see 2377 sniffing it out, seeing that hey, there's a lot of 1365 marches up here. Our flag just got swarmed down. We got to bring some open field support. I'm kind of surprised that there's no flag to close it off here from 1365. Perhaps seeing the open field marches from 2377, saying that, hey, that's going to be too hard to hold. I'm gonna get some water. I've been talking too much. By the way, if you're new to the stream, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could subscribe. Like the stream, send it to a homie, subscribe to the channel. I am Ploto Gaming from 1960 GT. We are also in King of All Britain, so this is why I really wanted to stream this. It's kind of a precursor of what's to come against us versus 2489. It's been a blast in 960 thus far. Everyone's been super welcoming. A bit more of a language barrier than I'm used to, but it's been a nice experience overall. And I'm gonna be curious how our KvK will play out, because this map is pretty interesting here. We just got our home gang stuff done. Or home gang just started rather. I'm not a Canyon guy. I have no Constantine, so now this is making me want to max a Constantine. It's crazy. Oh, now they're starting to build the flag. It's a pretty late flag build from INT, in all honesty. This flag's gonna build in a minute. Oh, this flag might actually be contested from 2377. They might swarm down the flag of 1365 in this case. Let's see. They are posturing towards it. There are no reinforcements coming from JST, so this is going to be a burnt flag in my opinion. 2 minutes 30 seconds versus 30 seconds. So with no open field and a touch point that's about to form, this flag is under deep threat. But thus far, this this opening, usually I'm pretty I'm a backseat gamer. You know what I mean? where I'm like, oh man, they could have done this, they could have done that. This is one of those rare Kingslands where I'm like, oh, this flag's done. By the way, there's no garrison in here. The Nevsky. They had a garrison in there, but it's too late. Oh my gosh. That's actually a pretty big. That's a pretty big swarm here, because now they don't have a touch point to zig. They 2377 have another build path to gain more territory here. And that's why I was so interested. Like, why didn't 1365 build that flag sooner? They could have built this flag before the other flag of 2277 built. So I don't know. Plaza's in GT. Yeah, I'm in GT now. It's been a good time. Oi. We get like frame skips here and there. You know how I was talking about JST and 1365 having field control? And how GV77 is like focusing on building and denying flags? Yeah, that does seem to be the case here. Because now that the flags are stabilized, GV77 have been under control this whole time. Just swarming down random flags. You know what's crazy? This flag's already burning. They don't even need to swarm this down. They're just doing it for the KP. It does look like 1365 is focusing more so on this bottom side. Trying to gain back the territory here. Trying to push out the territory on this side. Perhaps trying to threaten a cut of GV77. GV77 saying, hey, well, there's still free real estate up here. We're going to build flags up here. They're going to have some extra space here. This is now going to be a touch point that 1365 have to worry about. I feel like it would have been way easier to hold this area. Now they have to go all the way back here. And that's going to be farther away from the front that they have here. That's going to be, you know, an extra minute walk, perhaps. But you can see that GV77 just pushing out 1365. And when you're at this point, as an INT member, it's hard to bring yourself to bring out your marches. It's kind of one of those whatchamacallit. It's one of those morale battles, right? If you're Pizzy Mercs and you're getting 20 march swarmed as soon as you get out of your city, are you gonna bring out your marches? Probably not. You're gonna wait patiently. But that kind of just that could, you know, work on the psyche eventually. If that continues to be a thing here, then, you know, slowly but surely you're like, okay, well, if this continues, then I'm just gonna go to sleep. Whatever. I'm just gonna do whatever. I'm gonna touch grass during Kingsland, which is, I don't know. Maybe Pizzy Merc is a dedicated player. But I don't see, you know, Pizzy Merc's marches out right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets tough to bring out your marches once you get overrun like that. Who do I think wins pass 4? Ooh. I am whatchamacallit. I'm biased, everything 960 related now, so I have to say our allies. I trust our allies. Now, if I were to say things in an objective state, I have no idea what 1262 will do. If 1262 pop off and they're like, hey, you know what, we're actually one of the best AC kingdoms in the game, and support 1846, ooh, that's gonna be rough. But if 1188 and 1316, you know, cover their downtime well, and you know they don't lose too much territory during their downtime, I think they should have that zone pretty. They should have that zone, even though it's gonna be pretty contested. The only thing I'm scared about that camp, realistically, is their downtime. 1188, 1316, both Asian KDs, both very strong Asian KDs, but both Asian KDs. And 1846, they're like a Western KD. They have some Asian representation, but they also have a lot of, you know, they have some Middle Eastern people, they have some Europeans, they have North Americans. I mean, Makote's there, right? And he's a baller from Europe, so if 1846 is able to push out 1188 and 1316 during their downtime, then it's gonna be rough. And the thing that's tough is every zone opening is always like midnight Asia time, so my boy's cooking bricks. Nah. He was just an example, you know. For all I know, his marches are over here, but it's just an example that, like, when your city's surrounded, it's rough because you see the reports like, damn, this this sucks. But yeah, that's a stalemate over here. Yo, my boy Merc's finally putting in the work here, kicking them out of the territory. But yeah, they're just gonna claim this free real estate up here. Southwell Minister. Apparently this is supposed to be a city. I kind of like this map, not gonna lie. I like the theming of it. I like the fact that, like, it represents a real place. Like, it's the London area, like the main area of England. It's cool. Well, the next map should be the Siege of Constantinople or something. I don't know. I'm gonna add Merx as a friend now. I feel bad. Give him some words of encouragement. You can do it, brother. Oh, let him lock in. Let him lock in. Let me see the vote, actually. Looking a very 23-77 favored. It was a 63% for 23-77 allies. And then a 36% for 1365 and a half. Baba KP. Is Baba here? Oh, he is. He's at 72.6 is billing KP. Oh man, people are gonna, if I kind of want 1365 to win now, because now people are gonna blame the Baba curse. It's like, oh, that's why 1365 lost. Baba's here. Oh, Temp? I didn't even know Temp was in 2077 until now. He used to be in 2068. Oh, we have like a handful of members from 2016 and 2077, huh? Maybe we should be rooting for these guys. If it's anyone but Yar, I would have, but Yar's that guy, you know? Feels like 960 can't even 1v1 beat during 2377. It'd be a tough matchup. The thing is about 2377 is that they have the whaliest whales, right? They have like, I mean, I think I saw Wildline up here. 2.1 billion, 2.1 billion power. I mean, they have infinite swarming power. I mean, we have a lot of swarming power in 960 as well, and there's people that could just train. Like, they have enough speed ups to train a shit ton. Buying votes. Is that a thing? I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know. Oh, I see Mercs. I see him. I see my boy Mercs back here. Hey, Murky Mercs, or whatever his name is. Pizzy Mercs. Nah, he doing his thing. He doing his thing. Giving away flex skips for people to vote for him. Is that illegal? Is that? I mean, I guess it's kind of weird, but what does Lil say? I mean, not gonna lie, if someone gave me flex scripts, I would vote for them too. I'm shameless, but I don't know. I don't think Baba needed to do that. I feel like people would vote for him regardless. No. Hope Line and BT alone are 5 kill power. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But I think we have a lot of whales that are fine not being 1 billion power. They're like, you know, 150 and they call it. I think Osno is 180, right? And they're like, oh, we're chilling, you know. When we need troops, we'll train. Ooh, a swarm here and a Gorgo. They didn't. A map update? That's true. We could do a little bit of a map update now that the territory is kind of evened out here. I mean, this is crazy to me. The fact that 2377 were able to cut off Zig, and this was unforced. 1365 had the opportunity to cut it here, but they built the flag too late. They built the flag way too late, and now there's a touch point for 1365's allies. 1718. This is 1718 territory. Now they have to deal with 2377, and that's going to be detrimental. I think 2377, they could actually just push down this way. 1718 is going to go into downtime, and then they could just help take territory away from 1718. This is an insane lapse in territory, and I guess this is the benefit of 2377's build approach in the beginning. You know how I was talking about the flags are going to bite them in the ass later, the 1365? The fact that 1365 built their flag super slowly. This is the consequence is that this area here is going to be super annoying, especially during 1718's downtime, where 2377, they don't care about swarming flags. They have whales that could swarm down flags, meaning that, you know, 1718 flags are going to free burn during their downtime. Yikes. That's going to be rough. That's going to be rough. How much power is Baba now? 1.1 billion. 2.1 billion power is just unreal. They avoided the ball. They wanted the corner. They wanted the corner. But now they're giving up the corner. Like, their flags down here are... Oh, actually, they're not giving up the corner. I understand what they did, 1365. I don't blame their opening. I blame that they had a flag that they could have built right here. And if they filled it instantly, it would have built faster than the flag that was building here. But they just chose not to build it. They built it too late, and then by the time that they built it, this flag was done, and 2377 just swarmed it down. Like, they could have built it one tile up, so that at least this area here would have been cut off. Like, they gave 2377 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, like 19 teleport spaces, 20 teleport spaces just right here. And now 2377 have a touch point with their allies, and that's just gonna be, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be rough. $13.65 are not touching Zig now. Plushy, I agree with 1365's strategy. The thing is, they could have plugged this up even going with their strategy. They just chose not to. Yeah, I want to go back on my stream so that we could see the point. You might hear me twice. No, you can't. Okay. Action replay live on stream. Let's see.
Stonks.
Okay, so this is the same spot we're watching right now, right? This is maybe like, what, 20 minutes ago? They built this flag already. People are teleporting. They could have instantly built the flag up here. They could have instantly built the flag right here. But for the longest time, like, you skip forward, they're just not building the flag. They could have built the flag. I'm probably saying it right now. They just swarmed down this flag here. They could have built this flag, cut this off, cut out this whole territory. But they just chose not to. It was weird. I don't know. They ended up building the flag there. Let me see. They put down the flag there like 3 minutes later, but with skillful craftsmen, of course, their enemy flag built faster. So I don't know. I don't know. But kudos to 2077 because their building focus paid off. They were able to cut off Zig. They're now going full focus on the flags, existing flags of JST. They've been killing it. They've been doing really, really well. They're burning the touch point here. They can now threaten the cities up here. Let's actually go into oh no, that's the wrong one. What is that? Is that this one? There you go. Let's see where they're going here. So there's a touch point here. We're now looking from 2377's perspective. Maybe I was cursing 1365 because I was looking through their perspective this whole time. Now we're in 2377's perspective. Let's see what they're up to here. It looks like they're just using this space up here for teleport space, which is fair. Their allies look like they're pushing back their opponents here. Oh, isn't this like the Korean YouTuber? Oh no, wait, this is... So it's this... Oh wait, this is actually 3310 territory. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Whenever I zoom into 3310 cities, my game like dies. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep our eyes here. I don't know why. Let's go check the corner. I mean, these flags are still burning. So there's a little bit of a win condition for 1365, which is they could cut through and perhaps try to cut the territory of GV. They're burning these annoying touch points as well. They're burning these things here. There's half health on this. Looks like they're trying to burn this currently. So JST focusing on the cuts is what I'm seeing. This is an unguardable flag over here. Just fine. INT just trying to keep these guys honest here. I mean, they have so many touch points here. They have one flag here. No, it's only two actually. They have two touch points that they're defending. X1175 guy, the Mr. Not TV guy, yeah. 17 18 really hard, barely have any flag to pass. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This KvK, oh my gosh. Wait, they might get cut even during their uptime, low key. Like, this is crazy. 2293 have like 1, 2, 3 flags to the pass. What the heck? It's actually pretty insane. To your guys' point, I actually might think that the KvK ending might not come from this 1365 side collapsing. I think it'll come from 1718's downtime, and then them getting kicked out during that time. Maybe not day 1, perhaps day 2. And then from there, 1365 will be fighting 2 fronts, and then day 3 or day 4 they capitulate. Hey, what's good, Chris? Oh man, I'm getting excited for our KvK though. This is a good precursor to, you know, what we're planning to do later. What we're planning to fight later. Repeat of what happened in the 606 KvK. I wasn't able to watch that KvK in detail because I was in Japan on vacation, but I guess that's what happened. Into way too many dead weights. Lol, it's crazy. I don't know what happened. I know a lot of the BLN membership retired. I'm not exactly sure what happened at 1365. I think JST is still a really, really strong alliance. Hope 1365 win. It's looking pretty rough right now, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 1188s, 1316, they also have a downtime. I mean, don't get us wrong. In 60 GT, we also have a lot of Asians. So, essentially, my uptime is going to be the Ally downtime, which is going to be pretty crazy. Never played in a Asian time zone. I mean, we do have a lot of European North Americans as well, Middle Eastern, but 2268 for the longest time with North American dominated, so it's gonna be different. I think 1093, 1846, they I wouldn't consider it downtime. It's like a less active time where I don't think I'll ever see those kingdoms free burn, but they won't be aggressing and their defense will be kind of compromised. Like for me, downtime means that like, oh yeah, these guys are free. I don't even have to worry about them on the map. So GT always active. Oh yeah, trust me. When I versed GT, we saw how active they are. It was pretty insane, but I'll be doing those 48-hour streams. No, I'm joking. I know how I used to do that. I'm struggling streaming an hour right now. I'm like, damn. I just came from a Christmas party last night. Got home late. Woke up early. Yeah, we're chilling. Oh, 1262 is also EUNA? Okay, interesting. I think those KvKs where the up times are different from both sides is interesting because it really becomes a battle of who manages their downtime better. We had that against 1021 when we versed them. 1021 would surge during their uptime but then die during their downtime. Blackjacking them. That was when I was in 2268. And we ended up winning because during their downtime, we were able to burn more flags than they were able to burn during our downtime. But it kind of sucks because it turns into like a staring contest. Staring contest / cheeseburger sesh. Oh, yeah. INT kind of getting clapped up here. On this side, JST slowly but surely pushing. And down here, JST already have their objectives, so they're just kind of waiting for these flags to burn here. This is a win condition, don't get me wrong. Like, you could see how skinny this territory is. Is there a wall jump perhaps that they could do here? Or perhaps they'll connect through here. So there is some backup insurance for GV77 in case they do lose their pass. But even if they do lose their pass, it's going to take quite some time compared to the 1718 side of things. Where 1718, if you guys want to take a look up here, yes, I know they exist. They're up here, but Chiskel and Cortex and Chatsky are streaming up here. I want to give them their content. What's going on? I don't even know what's going on here. Oh, they're actually pushing. There you go. Just have to load, I guess. They're pushing in pretty heavy here. Oh my goodness, my tiredness is coming into my voice already. It's already showing in my voice, rather. Yeah, I don't know why it takes forever for things to load nowadays. Oh, this is the main touch point right here. They're desperately trying to hold on to this corner. Because if they lose this corner, then they lose all this territory. Makes sense. And if they lose all this territory, then they lose their buffer towards their pass. This is an insane zone. It's just so small. I definitely think European North Americans are favored during pass openings because yeah, it is nighttime in Asia. I don't know, I feel like Eastern North America has the best UTC time. I keep saying this, but 7 p.m. reset. After work, you're chilling at home. You can do all your reset stuff. When I was in Japan and it was like an 8 a.m. reset time, I'm like, bro, I'm already out and about. I'm doing shit already. Like, well, I can't do anything about reset. I felt bad. Pass openings, either 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. Now you're gonna have to take off work, but you know you have a full day of fighting that you can do, and you're like refreshed. You just woke up. Or maybe you're like me and you slept too late and you're tired because you have to wake up early. But in Asia, I don't know, it'd be like what, 11 p.m., 12 a.m. sometimes. Depends where you are in Asia, I guess. But it'd be pretty bad pass opening times. Maybe 10 p.m. some places. So like those two things are the most important times in my opinion for Rise of Kingdoms. And North America kind of has it easy. Yeah, exactly. Take one day off and you're all set. By the way, the reason why the commentary is a bit slower is now that all the territory is down, kind of just chilling. We're waiting. We're patiently waiting and seeing. If this bottom side continues to burn, it's going to be a little bit of a threat. It's like one of those weird things where there's so many touch points. So it's like, okay, do we start allocating people from up here to go down here? And then if we do we lose this? Kind of those hard calls that you have to make. Where to allocate your troops. Maybe like you're dominating INT, so then you could just, you know, make your way down here. INT, that's 12's and Furious's alliance, right? Baba 1v9ing over here. I'm curious how they're doing this KvK, like how their stats are. Is Toast streaming? I don't know why is Toast not streaming. Hasn't been streaming his fights, huh? He streamed 90 alters 9 days ago. Oh, the new stats. Yeah, let's check it out. Oh, that's so cool. And you can see the hot. Oh, that's sick. So GV77, JST 17. You can see all the alliances. It's a lot. Got AO77 Blueberry at 200. What the heck? 221 million KP already. Oh, this still thinks it's past 7 war. That's why. Okay. I'm like, how do these guys have so much KP within an hour? Hey, Chisco's up here. He's 9th. Oh, that sucks. It didn't reset for KL. Because, yeah, it says 3rd War of Derby level 7 pass Cambridge. So, and it says the duration's been 12 hours, so. But 12 hours for 221 million KP is still pretty solid. Yeah, GV7, GV. We have one Baba. GV ally, GV. That's crazy, actually. Yeah, thanks for that suggestion. That's cool. Alright, let's see. Let's see what is going on. There's a back and forth field fighting. Let's see what marches they're using, actually. Wait, Baba was like 1v9 in here, right? We could see what marches he has pretty easily. Oh, he's using the Shajar guy. Aye, okay, too loud. I got spammed with noises. I just want to see the pairs. Maybe Baba's not the player to look for in terms of pairs, but I don't see any. Yeah, I don't see any Trajan, so Trajan's out. Trying to figure out what a good artifact would be. I still really like Ashurbanipal with Joan, or Joan Ashurbanipal for the open field. I think that pair is crazy. Yeah, well, Ragnar, I already have it on my home gang. I think that's gonna be really good. So maybe I go Joan Ashurbanipal so that I could go Nevsky with William. Or Nevsky with Belisarius Prime for the all damage boost. Is William's time dead in Rise of Kingdoms? Like, I feel like he's still such a good commander, but like I feel like he's on the edge. Who do I think will win? I think 2377 will win. Just from the map state. Here, let's do a little bit of a. We did a map review, but I'm gonna go ahead and say my opinion as to how this is going down. The map state here, they have this territory, which is a huge chunk. They were able to get a good, good chunk of territory here. So their goal is to just, continue to hold this territory. Meanwhile, JST, they want to push into this chunk of territory here. They're burning these flags down here. They want to try to cut off 2377, but 2377, they could build out of this pass. They could build here. They have a lot of time before this burns down. In the meanwhile, though, the win condition for 2377 is actually their allies. Their allies are killing it. They have this touch point over here. Which if they burn this, all of this territory goes off territory, or becomes ineffective. And then look at this flag right here. They're like 3 flags away from their opponent's pass to cut them off. So they're actually very, very close. They're much closer than JST rather to cut them off than JST is to GV77. So I will say they are losing this flag, which, you know, is a good sign. But this flag over here, oh, they did build a back flag here. No, this flag is the one I'm talking about. This flag here, there's gonna be a ton of territory that burns down here if this flag burns down. But I think they're trying to replace the territory with the 1718 territory so it doesn't like become inactive, which is smart. But yeah, this is where all of the action is. This corner for SIP 1718. No, wait, the corner is actually losing for the Chisco side. I'm actually surprised. I thought they were dominating this side. Chatsky's up here trying his best to hold on to this stuff. But if these 2 flags burn, and this flag, which is what is currently being stormed down, then this touch point is actually safe. Oh. I have not been paying attention to this side at all. In my opinion, if 1718 could hold, then 1365 win. Is that true? JC's about to go into downtime. 1365 have a better chance of winning. How about that? Because the main win condition right now for 2377 is this side here, that 1718 go to sleep, that they go into their downtime, and then 2293 and 2934 just do their thing and kick them out of KL. But I will say, okay, I was about to say, this garrison's lasting forever. Now I see Guan Yu. They're still filling the Guan Yu, but it looks like it will go down here. By the way, I think I just saw a CPO Prime with CJ. This guy here. Yeah, that burns. Those touch points are burning. This is a very, very competitive side of the map right now, even though the territory looks kind of skewed. It's kind of funny that there's a Baba account here and then a Baba account here. I guess they're allied to each other, so. If I run 3 cav, he'll be fine, but what next cav will probably be. I run 2 cav and I still run him. But I don't know, maybe I should. Sorry, I already on. Maybe I should replace him with CPO Prime. I mean, with Belisarius Prime. Yeah, the 2377 ball has been really strong up here. Down here has been where they've been contested though. But it looks like they're actually healing, and there's not really much they can do. And this is what I was talking about. It's gonna be really annoying for 1365 to burn through this, because they're going through this and then they have to go through this. They go through this and they have to go through this. It's gonna be like a consistent annoyance for them. But by the way, JST have been focusing down here, and now actually looks like they're kind of outnumbered here. A ton of units coming out from the GV77 side. It's impressive because GV77, like this is a 1 alliance KD, right? They're manhandling INT, and then if you look over here, they're holding off against JST. JST, I don't actually know where their marches are. They're murder balling down here perhaps, but I'm actually struggling to find the marches for 1365 right now. Perhaps refreshing. And maybe that's the struggle with not having that much territory, is that your refreshes is going to be super long. You don't have enough teleport space. There's probably some people that are still teleported behind the pass that are walking through. Yeah, you can see that. You can see that there's a lot of JST members that have to walk through the pass. Let's see this pass down here. I don't expect nearly as much activity. Yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3 marches here. These are farm accounts. Yeah, look, there's farm accounts here. And this is exactly what I was talking about in terms of territory. JST, they still need to bring people from the pass into the fight. In the meanwhile, 2377, they're bringing farm accounts to open up more territory spots. This is exactly to the T what we were talking about earlier, which is so, you know, it's so funny because they just don't have enough teleport space. Now there's more cities for them to teleport in, that's true. They have more alliances, but the fact still stands is 2377, they went full building to begin with, lost the murder balls. Now that they got all their buildings down, they have quite the advantage. They have so much teleport space all over the place, which is absolutely huge. They have farmers farming for them to clear more teleport space. And that, if anything, is the major reason in my opinion that they're doing really well against 1365 and them. What Billy Neb Jones? Yeah, I field a ton. I don't swarm as much, but I think in 60 GT, like, I mean, I don't think I'll have to swarm. Actually, 60 GT I'll swarm less than I did in 2268 probably, because we have a lot of people. But I feel like whatchamacallit, you should still have one swarm march, like, at least. I'm gathering with a Juge. Bro, my Juge is literally like 1 hour away. I didn't want to bring him back home, but I didn't want him to be AFK, so I have him gathering a gold node. What's wrong with that? I already have Belisarius Prime, that's the thing. Like, I have him, but I don't use him as much as I need to. I also need to start doing those events. Like, I haven't been doing Champions of Olympia, haven't been doing Ark of Osiris, but my lacking gold heads is actually catching it. So I actually signed up for Ark of Osiris. I'm planning to do Champions of Olympia later. I don't really know anyone that plays Champions of Olympia anymore, so I might solo queue ranked. It's in League of Legends, that's a big mistake. I don't know if Champions of Olympia, that's the same thing. Oh no, that was way before 960. That was the last 3 KvKs in 2268. I got complacent due to the fact that I got 7 marches now. I'm like, oh, I don't need gold heads anymore. But I feel like these new commanders are just getting spit out so fast. Rabbi Conquerors will. I have been thus far in this KvK. Just because past 5 or past 4 zone 5 is going to be super contentious, and there's going to be a lot of fighting. I want to make sure I have 6 marches by then, at least, and then we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't think I could sustain Conquer's Will every day. I'm not that big of a will. By the way, if you want to support the channel, support my Rise of Kingdoms endeavor, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could subscribe to the channel, like the stream, send out to your friends. Best way to support the channel, F2P. This is a stalemated fight back here. This is with JST, by the way, and GB77. Now, this isn't the point that they're focusing on. They're focusing on these burn points down here. They want to burn this flag. They want to try to cut as fast as possible. There's 2 flags for them to burn down here. Let's go back to JST's perspective. But I don't think they have enough members. They don't have enough of a murder ball down here to really contest this area. Now, they have a lot of troops over here, though. JC have a lot of troops in this area down here. But I don't think that's their main priority. This area isn't, you know, the most important. They want to try to go down to this pass as fast as possible. But that's the thing about these big KvKs is because a lot of them are walking from the pass, they just go to the closest fight. This guy down here is going to the closest fight, which is over here. Not everyone's going to be on voice. Not everyone knows that their main objective is going to be down here trying to burn down these flags. So if you don't know what to do, you just go straight to the closest fight, which is over here. This is why they have, I don't know how they're stalemating this murder ball. I feel like they have like maybe like 1.5 more people over here. But they're definitely trying to push down here. This is their main objective. Oh, the 1365 Kingsland is also today. I didn't even notice. That's pretty crazy. Not 1365, 1875. I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. Maybe that means I should go to sleep soon. Take a break. The 1875 Kingston's today, the 1 versus 3 thing. I don't even know what kingdom I said. I think I said 1365, which is this. I'm telling you, man, I'm tired. Oh my gosh, wait, this is a crazy push from GB77. They're kind of flexing up here, no? I will say about NIT, or INT rather, NIT instead of int. INT, they have a lot of numbers. They have quite the numbers here. I guess the reason is they have the most teleport space compared to JST. JST, they have to teleport back here. But we see the rally coming in from JST. Ooh, it's gonna be a pretty big rally. I don't think they'll be able to hold this. They don't have cities nearby that can insta-fill it. Oh, they have this one. But I think this flag's gonna go down. This Gorgo. But as I said, they have another back. They have all the back flags set up. They have this one, then they have this one, then they have this one. This is gonna take them 3 hours alone just to burn through. And it's not going to be free every time. It's going to be contested every time. So it's going to be a painful burn through all of these back flags that 2377 have set up. This flag is holding for a lot longer than I thought it would. They have like Belisariuses just sprinting in there. Ooh, Garrison dead. Kill the Dragon Lancer, quick! Oh, there you go. Now they're gonna rotate up. Oh, are they gonna reset? Well, I guess they are. A lot of them are low. But the thing is, look how long the reset is for some of these people. Oh, that's a farm account. That doesn't count. Let's see. 45 seconds, not bad. 1 minute, not bad. 8 seconds. Oh, okay, wait. Some of these are okay. Maybe the marches, these marches that are close are reset. 30 seconds, 18 seconds. These are the cities nearby. These are the guys with prime real estate. There you go. This is what I was looking for. 4 minutes to reset. 3 minute reset. 3.5 minute reset. That's due to the fact that they're super cramped on space. This space here should be for JST. Actually, like this cut here should be for JST. You just don't have space. They don't have space to teleport. The 4 minute, 3 minute, that's one way, and they have to walk back. That's going to be an 8 minute, 7 minute refresh to burn this flag. That's why these flag burns are going to take a while. It takes so long for these guys to refresh. Ay, ay, ay. This is looking rough. Let's do a poll. How long do you think this Kingsland is gonna be? How long do you think this Kingsland? I think it's gonna be more than 1 day, but that's not gonna be an option. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. I don't want to sway the vote, so I'll say my opinion after the vote. But I want to know. I want to see what you guys think. Watching this KvK, we got 104 people. Now we got 98. The vote swayed people away. So we got approximately 100 people in here. I'm curious, how long do you think this Kingsland's gonna last? It's a lot more stalemated than I thought it'd be. Oh, there's a flag building here. That could be an insta burn, low key. Is this guy gonna be hero insta swarm it? Looks like they're trying to. 3 days, it's done. I think that's fair. You know, I think most of my Kingslands have been 3 days long. As of late. I mean, the last 2068 KvK, we didn't have a Kingsland, so that doesn't count. The one with the SW group lasted 3 days. I think, okay, I'll end the poll. It's pretty dominant that 3 days is what people think. Yeah, I was thinking around 3 days as well. I was thinking perhaps 4. I'll be different. I'll say 4. But, I don't know. I feel like 1365 being kicked out of Kingsland in 3 days is kind of crazy. But that's like my perception of 1365. Maybe that's not the reality anymore, right? But I mean, they've been performing pretty well. Their allies have been performing pretty well thus far. Once their allies get into the downtime, though, that's going to be the main question: is how long is it going to be? Ooh, I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed 3, right? Man, because I was thinking 1365. Like, I can't see them be pushed out in 3 days, but it is a smaller Kingsland, so you have to keep that into account. I don't know, probably 3, but I'll go 4. Yeah, the map's hella small. How long do you think our Kingsland's gonna last versus 2049? Honestly, I can't even give you a day because we haven't fought each other yet. I don't know how strong 2049 is. I don't know how strong 960 is. Like, it's kind of tough, but I would guess around that 4 or 5 day ratio. I hope, at least. That's gonna be a long KL. Long, competitive, fun Kingsland. I mean, that's why we migrated here, so. Alrighty, well. Let's do a screenshot here. This is how the map is. Again, JST trying to push down here. Trying to hold here. This side's been pretty close. I think 1718's been showing up, but this is their awake time. Their downtime is what people are worried about. So we'll have to see what happens during their downtime. But in my opinion, they've been overachieving. This is I mean, the initial flag builds were bad. They're building flags really slow. But ever since then, they've been the ones on the offensive, in my opinion. On the offensive. Perhaps, you know, the 2293 camp deciding to push Zig instead and kick them out of this area. But overall, super impressive from them. And over here, it's just been a open field slugfest between these two sides. But yeah, I think I'm gonna raid Cortex because I want to eat. I've been loopy this whole stream. Apologies for some of the misspeaks, but it's been fun. Appreciate everyone for watching. If you like this stream and you like my commentary, be sure to subscribe to the channel because I'll be streaming this KvK more as long as this KvK continues. Should be some good fun. I'm gonna go ahead and stream raid Cortex because Cortex is one of my boys. And he is in 2293, first person perspective of this KvK. Give him some love. I don't know, maybe I'll stream later today, maybe I'll stream tomorrow. You'll have to subscribe to know when I stream. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Peace!